Hello Crunchers and welcome back to this awesome game. Like I love the art style, I love the gameplay. It's just a joy. Let's see. We need to find some oil. We found some oil at a factory not far away from here. They want oil.
The truth is, I don't need it. I have my own way of getting inside the hospital for the dissolved without being seen. But I'm sure I'll be able to find some use for this ID. Hey Hank, what if I told you I know where you can get more fuel than you've ever dreamed of?
Don't call me that again, dude. Like I told you, that man died in the Great Wave. But you have aroused my curiosity. So, where is this place? Information like that is well worth the batteries you need.
A few hours ago, I found a way to get into the medical center you told me about in the outskirts of the city. It's much bigger than it looks like from the outside, and it uses enormous generators to power its electrical system. They're storing hundreds of barrels of fuel in a huge depot, which is hidden behind a fence that goes all the way around the compound. It's invisible from the outside.
Yeah, and I suppose you've brought those hundreds of barrels to the camp to bargain with me.
No, but I do have the key that will let you and your men get them out of there without raising suspicion. It's a vehicle pass for entering the compound, stamped by the army.
That's a very interesting story, dude. I'll have to do some checking, but it sounds promising. Now, if what you're saying is true, you're going to make one weary old bear very happy. But if you're lying, I'll find you wherever you try to hide, and I'll maul you with my paws right on the spot.
So you'll give me the batteries in exchange for the ID?
Deal. The ID is now mine. Here are the batteries you asked for.
Yes! Awesome sauce. Berries put in.
Okay, let's see if this device still works. Huh, it works! But what do we have here? It's a list with hundreds of names, places and addresses, and a map of the city. It's the device the cleanup brigades use to navigate during their raids. Sort of an electronic map. It looks like some satellites are actually still working after the Great Wave. I just have to enter an address, and this screen will show me where it is.
Really?
So Beechwood Oracle is in fact a location. But what kind? Why was Reverend Blake carrying this card around? And why does that voice inside my head keep telling me to go there at any cost? It seems like a good idea, but the GPS signal is very weak in here. I think it would be better to use it in an open area rather than indoors.
Roger that.
Hey, Mike, wait. Before you go. I've been thinking about it, and now it's my turn to propose a deal to you.
A deal?
Yeah, listen. Me and my boys don't like leaving the camp any more than we have to. We're a bit too well known and sought after by the pigs out there, if you get my drift.
I see.
All that talk about the medical center, the fuel and the ID got me curious. I need to get the lay of the land, to check out some things and work out a plan. But I can't expose myself. It would look very suspicious if I were to be seen poking around out there.
Of course. And what do you need from me?
Bring us enough information about that depot for us to make a plan. I'm talking diagrams, coordinates, maps, or better yet, a photo. Bring back what I'm asking for, and I'll give you whatever you want in return. What is it you need, dude?
Do you know the trailer where Rod Atkinson and his wife live?
Yes, of course. I know Rod, that hypocritical busybody. He still thinks that with his old world morality, he can save everyone in the camp. He's a real pain in the ass, dude.
They have a young son, Colin. I can't tell you why, but I need to be alone with the kid, just for a few minutes. You have to make a commotion outside to keep Rod and his wife distracted long enough. Keep them busy for a few minutes. Find any excuse, but I need time alone with that boy.
You never cease to amaze me, Mike. I don't know what you've got in mind, but it's none of my business. Bring me the information I asked you for. Bring me that photo of the fuel depot at the hospital, and I promise you'll have all the time you need to do whatever it is you want to do with that boy. And my complete discretion, of course.
I don't know what idea is percolating in the hunter's sick mind right now, but I have to play along to avoid having to explain anything. I gotta make sure he doesn't find out about the boy's illness. Deal. But nobody gets hurt, okay?
Bring me that photograph of the fuel depot at the hospital, and we'll do whatever's strictly necessary.
Alright, let's go outside. Use the GPS.
Okay, let's enter the address shown on the card from Beechwood Oracle, 24 Mametz Wood Street. The map shows me a place near downtown. Let's go have a look.
Hello, buddy.
Hey you!
Oh,
What are you
jeez.
doing here? Didn't you hear the curfew warning?
Relax. Look at his wrist. He's got a mole bracelet.
So you're one of those domesticated rats? You people disgust me. At least the rest of the worms at the camp have some dignity. But you guys, the moles, you're nothing more than a pack of treacherous stool pigeons.
No doubt, I have a great paragon of dignity before me. My hatred for these pigs has only grown. And more so since the incident at the camp entrance with the mole's children. Ruthless bastards. I just want to ask you guys a few questions. Do you know what the establishment was before the Great Wave?
I can't say I do. I lived on the other side of town. But judging from what's left, I'd say it looks like it was a bookstore. Looks like it burned down to the ground after the Great Wave.
Well, I for one am glad that nest of bookworms was destroyed. I never liked books. They always were a total waste of time.
Is that right? At first glance, I would have taken you for someone with refined literary tastes.
I think that description fits you to a T.
Watch your mouth, you dirty rat! And don't think that bracelet would protect you. I could blow your head off without batting an eyelid. Don't forget who's in charge here.
Ugh, I really don't like that short guy.
Why are you posted here?
Just following orders. Rat, we're here to protect and serve the inhabitants of this city. That's our mission.
Yes, I can see how the people feel much safer with you around.
We're doing our nightly rounds, and we have orders to keep a particular eye on this neighborhood.
And why this neighborhood in particular?
Well, as you can see, this area of the city was left almost intact after the Great Wave. It was kind of a miracle. Most of the homes and businesses are still standing, so burglary attempts are pretty popular. If there's anything left in the city worth guarding, it's here.
You ask a lot of questions. Have you come to steal something, rat?
No, of course not. With officers of the law like you, I'd never dare do anything like that.
I wouldn't provoke my partner too much if I were you. He's plenty jumpy today, and he's sometimes rather unpredictable.
And as for you, blabbermouth, I watch my tongue if I were you. How I am is nobody's business. And you, get back to your nest, rat!
So how's the night going?
Very quiet, except for a shooting at the entrance to the city a few hours ago. I think someone tried to steal some food. And when that happens, you have to act decisively. That's our duty.
It would be a fantastic night if it wasn't for those revolting cats. This damn neighborhood is infested with them.
Cats?
My partner doesn't like cats, and tonight they've been howling non-stop since we started our rounds.
Filthy creatures, dirty and pestilent. They're to blame for everything.
I won't bother you anymore. Keep up the good work.
Right.
It doesn't look like he has that much respect for his partner. The two of them look like an apocalyptic version of Laurel and Hardy. No matter what you might think of the state of the city, these trash cans are practically empty. I guess generating garbage is a real luxury nowadays. Someone put this empty tin can on top of one of the trash cans. Up close, it looks like there are crumbs of dried food stuck to the bottom. Judging from the traces of food, I'd say that this can was being used as a bowl to feed stray cats. In a city of ruins, only someone acquainted with one of these animal lovers knows that they're capable of things like this, and much more.
What's that?
Shut up, you filthy beasts! Goddamn mangy animals! Get out of there! I'm going to gouge out your eyes one by one! Skedaddle!
But what is your problem with cats?
Those cats are to blame for everything! They're what brought the disease to the city! They're what brought the virus that infects the dissolved!
Here we go again. I've told you 1,000 times. That's nonsense.
Of course it's not nonsense! I heard it from the friend of a friend who works in a research center!
Those poor creatures aren't to blame for anything.
Shut your face, you worm! You see that? It's comical! Rats defending cats! The world's been turned upside down!
Yes, it is comical. Cats being chased by pigs. In any case, those poor creatures can rest easy. That guy's arteries would burst before he'd be able to catch one of them. This enormous construction tarp hangs from up there like a stage curtain, covering half the street. I guess it's a vestige of one of the few reconstruction jobs that were started in the city, just after the Great Wave hit. Now, it's just a hiding place for the neighborhood cats.
Let's see what else there are.
The only light source for the area is hanging from this wooden post, and the tangle of cables and shoddy connections up there speaks eloquently of the quality and condition of the installation. Three huge lights struggle to illuminate everything they can with their precarious electrical system. They actually seem to create more shadows than light. It reigns over the building with its crown of twisted antennas and broken air conditioners. On the rim, there's a shiny object. Although at this distance, I can't make out what it is.
Shiny object? Oh, there!
They crisscross the building facade from top to bottom. And from what I've seen, this system of staircases is used only on the oldest buildings in the city.
Fire escape. Oh.
Those two pigs seem to be watching that entrance very intently. They probably pumped me full of lead before I got a chance to turn the doorknob. In the old world, this building would have already been condemned and demolished as a ruin. But in the new world, it's got to be one of the best preserved I've seen in the city. More of the shattered glass that constitutes the window dressing of most of the city's stores. Despite the thickness of the glass, the Great Wave must have crushed it like paper.
I think that's... Yeah, I think we can go into that building. Electrical panel.
Great idea. Should I just ask the animals in uniform to please get away from the panel so I can poke around in there? Following its trail, I see that's where the cable that crosses the street ends, the one with the 3 streetlights hanging from it. One of the guards is resting his foot on it.
Huh. Electrical panel.
Burnt paper. The whole place is full of it. Hey, wait! One of these posters has a photograph of Reverend Blake on it. The Beechwood Oracle Bookstore invites you to a reading of The Annihilation of Time, where you can meet the book's author, Edward Blake. That explains why that deranged preacher had the card from this place in his pocket. On the other hand, I no longer have the slightest doubt as to the name of this establishment. I don't think I'm going to be able to open it that way.
Well, well, well. Crowbar?
The sign says, "Emergency exit, Beechwood Oracle Bookstore. Do not block. Well, it seems that in spite of the warning, this door is indeed blocked. Doesn't look like it's going to be complicated to open this door with the crowbar.
Yes! Awesome sauce. What else do we have in here? Board? Huh.
4 wooden boards, somewhat charred. Unfortunately, that's all I was able to rescue from the shelves of Beechwood Oracle. This screen doesn't look any better than the rest of the place. The fire turned it into a glob of plastic and glass, and there's nothing left of the computer it was connected to. No, computers are a deplorable waste of time, when the hardware you're trying to use got wrecked in the Great Wave.
Let's double check.
I don't have a good feeling about the deep red of the cover. I'm not going to take one. They're what's left of the cinema section. Only a couple of biographies survived the fire. Let's see, Dario Argento and John Carpenter. In better times, they must have been overflowing with literature. Now they look like the aftermath of one of those book burnings in the old days that maybe aren't as distant as they seem. I don't need to look through these pages. I've already seen the horror out there. A copy of Heart of Darkness, with practically nothing left but the cover. No, I doubt there's anything in these stories that could surprise me. Dystopia. Could be the city's last name. Ray Bradbury, H.G. Wells, George Orwell. This shelf must have been part of the science fiction section, although I suppose that after the Great Wave, it would be more fitting to move them to the current events section. In better times, they must have been overflowing with literature. Now they look like the aftermath of one of those book burnings in the old days that may...
Alright. Why are we able to touch that? I'm wondering. Do you want to smash it?
Use this here? How? I don't think using these boards with that would do much good.
Nah, probably right. Oh, we got up there.
Now I know why they stopped constructing buildings with these structures. Not only do they let you get out of the building in an emergency, they also let people get in from outside.
Hey, wait a minute! Who the hell's over there?
I don't see anything.
Look at that building! I saw something moving in that shadow on that wall!
I think you're a little paranoid tonight. I told you to relax. Come on, take a deep breath.
Shut up! I bet it was one of those cats! All this is because of those pestilent beasts that have been bothering us since we got here. I couldn't stand them!
I better not let those 2 psychopaths down there see me. I should be very careful.
Hey, wait a minute! Who the hell's over there?
I don't see anything.
Look at that building! I saw something moving in that.
I think you're. Come on.
Shut up! All this is. I could.
I better not let the...
Damn. Put black on myself. Damn. Need to find some food. Oh. I think I can buy some food in the bar. That's what he said. Ah, it's in there. Interesting. While we're here, let's see if we can take that sign.
Maybe with the help of the crowbar, I can get the subway sign off the wall.
Yes! Go on, pull! Pull, goddammit!
Damn it! I've managed to tear it down, but the subway sign is broken in two.
Ah, okay. Alright, Crunchers, hope you liked this episode. Awesome game, really recommend it. Put a like below, a comment, subscribe to the channel if you want to see my episodes, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.